We want to talk about Jesus, but we also want to talk about Muhammad. We like to look at Christianity, and we like to look at Islam, and we want to do a comparison between the two. It's important here at Speaker's Corner that we ask questions concerning both religions. This is one of the only places where we can ask the hard questions. We do it every week. But I have a new man today, all the way from Australia. We have Samuel Green. Let's come all the way from Australia. Let's give him a hand. Now, Samuel, you've come all the way from Australia to ask just a number of questions. What's the first question you have concerning Islam?
Are you Muslim?
My first question is, who believes the prophets? Is it Christians or is it Muslims? Who actually believes the prophets? That's my first question.
Okay, are there any Muslims here? We've got a good Muslim right down here. You're a good Muslim. Come on forward, let me talk to you. As a good Muslim, do you have an answer to this? Do you believe in the prophets? You do believe in the prophets. Give me some names. What are their names? Well, give me some names. Like who? Abraham, Moses, okay. These, we all know who the names are. Abraham, Moses, Isa, Muhammad, right. These are all the prophets you believe in. How many are there in your Quran? 25. 25 in your Quran. Okay, they have 25 listed. Now, is that a problem for you, Sam?
Well, my main problem is how we know about the prophets. So, you have to excuse me, I've lost my voice a bit. But, see, Christians and Muslims, we both believe in the prophets. But how we learn about the prophets is very different. For the Christian, the way that we learn about the prophet is that we read the prophet. We believe in Moses, so we read the Torah of Moses. We believe in David, we read the Torah.
Okay, are you following what Samuel's saying here? Shall I repeat it again? You believe in the prophets, we know where to go to see the prophets. We go back to their books.
That's right.
We go back to their writings. Okay, where do you Muslims go to read about these prophets? Where do the Muslims go to read about these prophets? Help me here, Muslims, come on. Give me some information. You're not a Muslim. I want a Muslim to answer.
You're not a Muslim. Why are you obsessed with Islam?
You go to the Quran. Okay, they go to the Quran to find about these prophets. Why do you have a problem with that, Sam?
The reason I've got a problem with that is that if you want to honour a prophet, you must listen to a prophet. See, if I said that I honour Muhammad, but I do not read the Quran, I do not honour Muhammad. If you honour Moses, you must read the Torah. If you honour David, you must read the Psalms. If you honour Jesus, you must read the Gospel. If you do not listen to what a prophet has said,
don't worry about it, don't worry.
The Bible has all of the prophets in it. It has prophets from 1,500 years. It has the prophets from Moses. It has the prophet Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Hosea, Amos. It has the Psalms of David. It has the books of the Gospel. It has prophets for 1,500 years. All of them together. When Christians say they believe the prophets, they read the prophets, and that is the true way to honour a prophet. That is the true way to believe in a prophet. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Samuel, what you're saying is to understand what a prophet says, go to his book.
That's exactly.
Don't go and see what the Quran says a prophet says. Don't go and see what the New Testament say a prophet says. Go to those prophets' books.
The question is,
So, if you want to know who Moses is, go to Mosaic books. Do you accept those books?
where are we?
Okay, the Bible has been changed. We cannot trust those books. We cannot trust those prophets. How are you going to deal with that, Samuel? Help this guy out here. Help this man here. Go ahead. How are we going to accept that those books are authentic?
Which book? Which book? You don't have any book. Bible from Constantine.
Adnan, good to see you. Stay around. I want to talk to you.
Bible from Constantinople.
How do we know the Bible hasn't been changed? How do we know? I'll tell you.
Moses never saw the Bible. I swear to God. Moses never saw it.
The Quran says he did.
I never read this one.
The Quran says he did.
Okay, where does the Quran say that Moses can be accepted? That we can accept what Moses said?
Yes.
4 different
I
times.
said the Bible, not Moses.
Okay, listen to him. Listen to him.
4 different times in the Quran it says to make no distinction between all the holy books.
Okay,
4 different times, no distinction. And the books it refers to
Where is the Quran?
in Surah
Where is the
7,
Quran?
in Surah 7, verse 157. Surah 7, verse 157 it says, it says,
You misunderstand your own book. You don't even know what your own book says. How are you going to understand our book? Read the reference. It doesn't say what. The reference doesn't say that. Read it. I dare you. Read it. Read it. It doesn't say that there is no distinction between any book. It's talking about prophet.
Surah 7, ayah 157.
Yes.
I'll read it for you.
You say what?
Those who follow the messenger, the prophet who can neither read or
That's
write,
not 157. You say 157.
whom they
And the whole
written
chapter.
with them in the Torah. In the Torah, right?
He say,
Go ahead.
he say 157. Slide here.
Okay, I just read it right here.
I wrote this article.
Okay.
Surah 2, verse 136.
Yeah, what does it
Say, O Muslims,
You say 7. And now 2.
believe in Allah and that which was revealed unto us Muslims, and that which was revealed unto Abraham and Ishmael and Isaac and Jacob and the tribes, and to that which Moses and Jesus received, and that which the prophets received from their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them, and unto him we have 4 times it says that. 4 times it says no distinction. Now the question will be,
So what that's saying is that there is no difference
about messengers,
between what
not
the,
the books.
the Old Testament
They
says,
don't know the
the books of Moses,
Not the
and the
book.
other books
Not
that
the
follow,
book.
right?
Yes,
There is no distinction between them.
and what was revealed to them,
Let
and
him
what was
dig
revealed
it
to
out for
them.
himself.
Yeah.
Wait.
We make no distinction between the prophets.
There you go. Let me talk. Let him talk.
We make no distinction. He has to make up an excuse. We make no distinction between what they received from their Lord.
Right.
What they
Okay,
received
so it
from
gives
their Lord.
authority to those books, is what you're saying. Surah 4, 136 says much the same thing. Surah 10, ayah 94 says much the same thing.
Jay,
Go ahead.
Jay.
Hold on a minute. Let's hear what he has
We
to
have
say.
debated
Samuel,
this topic.
so what's your point?
We have
The
debated
Quran
this
is very
topic
clear.
20 times.
It supports those earlier prophets.
Why are you lying?
If you believe a prophet, you read a prophet.
Why are you lying?
You cannot say you believe a prophet if you don't read them.
You know.
If you don't read them, it's like me saying, I
Okay,
believe Muhammad,
can I ask a
but I
question?
don't read them.
If you are independent, can I ask a question? Your own Christian scholars, including non-scholars, Mr. J. Smith, people like you, have accepted here on this platform that the Bible is corrupted. Did you know
Do we
that?
accept the Bible is corrupted?
No! I will play the
I want to
clip.
see if the
I'll play
Christians
the-
believe that.
Wait.
Do the Christians
Wait.
accept that the Bible is
Wait.
corrupted? How do we know whether the Bible is corrupted or not? Where do we go to find out? We go to the same paradigm that Samuel said. We go back to the original sources, do we
I'm going to
not?
play the clip. I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to play the clip, right? I'm going to play the clip where you clearly state, yes, the Bible is corrupted. You want me to play it?
Do I say the Bible is corrupted?
Wait.
Or do I say there are manuscript variants?
Do you want me to play the clip?
Get it right. Make
Can I-
sure you quote me right. Well, let's get back to you.
Can I play
Go
the
ahead,
clip?
Samuel.
Can I
So we
play the
can
clip?
say that the
There you
Quran
go.
does
This
support
is the reality.
these references.
This
It does
is the
support the
reality.
prophets.
Liars.
It does support the Injil.
Liars.
Yes, it does.
Shall
I
we
play
read
the
some more
clip?
verses?
Can I play the clip?
Do you want to read some
Can I
more
play the
verses
clip?
where the Quran
Jay
supports the
Smith.
Bible? Yes or no?
Mr.
Yeah, they want to hear it.
Can I play the clip?
How about Surah 4,
Can I play the
136?
clip? Okay, I'm going to bring the clip now.
My point is, if you believe a prophet, you must read them. The Bible has all of the prophets in it. Prophets from Moses, David, all of them to Jesus. It is Christians who believe all the prophets.
It's like the
If
Bible.
you go to a church, do you know what you'll hear in a church, if you go to a church, you'll hear the Torah being explained. If you go to a church, you'll hear the Psalms being explained. Because Christians believe all the prophets, they make no distinction between them. When Christians go to another country where the gospel has not been preached and they translate the gospel, they translate the Bible, they do not just translate the gospel. Christians do not translate the gospel. Christians translate the Torah. Christians translate the Psalms.
Christians do it.
Translate all of the prophets because they are the ones who actually believe in all the prophets. And that is what I'm saying here today, that if you believe a prophet, you must read a prophet. If you don't read a prophet, you cannot honor them.
Okay, Sam, there are many references we could go to. There are many references we could go to. We could go to Surah 4, Ayah 136. We could go to Surah 94, Ayah 10. Pay for yourself. Ask me today, do I believe the Bible's corrupted? No! Thank God for the Bible. Come on up to the Bible book. We've got a great book. But even the Quran supports our book. Even the Quran supports our book. Look at, we went already, Surah 2, 136. We can go to Surah 4, 136. I can dance to that. I can dance to that.
Listen, let me play the clip. Let the clip speak for itself. Should I play the clip?
Play the clip, go
Okay,
ahead.
ladies and gentlemen.
But folks, before we...
Wait. Play the clip. Ladies and gentlemen, go on YouTube and put J. Smith Bible corruption. You will see the reality of this man. You will see that he himself accepts openly in public that the Bible is corrupt.
Read the whole clip and see what I say. Watch the whole clip and you will see. I do not believe the Bible's corrupt. Any more than I believe, hold on a minute. Any more than I believe that the prophets are corrupted. Now Samuel, let me ask you, are the prophets corrupted?
No, the prophets are not
Is
corrupted.
the book of Moses corrupted?
No, it's not corrupted.
Is the book of
Why
Moses
don't you let them hear?
and is the Injil corrupted?
No, it's not corrupted.
Then fill me and hear me say it. Fill me today and hear me say it. It is not corrupted. Thank God for the Bible. Thank God for the prophets. Thank God for the Zabur.
Jay, how many
Okay, here we
times?
go.
How many times?
What's your next point?
How many times
We'll get back
are
to you,
you
sir.
going to?
Let's go
how
on.
many
What's the
times
next point?
Are you going to lie?
My
How
next
many
point,
times?
my next point
How
is
many
this.
times?
My next point is this.
Thank you very much. I'll see you later.
Stay here.
What
We want to
is
talk to you.
logical?
Okay.
What is logical? Is my
If I
second
stay-
point. What
if I
is
stay-
logical? Because you see, Christians and Muslims will both want to say that we are logical, and Muslims will always want to say that Islam is a logical religion. But we need to understand that our logic of God comes from God. What is logical? God needs to reveal something about us, about Him, for us to know what is logical. Now the Torah, the prophets, the Psalms and the Gospel provide logic. They provide an understanding as to who God is and what is logical.
Okay.
Now the Quran provides, a different, let me finish. The Quran provides a different logic.
You are
Quran provides a different logic. So we are both logical.
Chapter 2 verse 79.
We just have different logics.
Can
Hey,
you
Samuel,
read from the
Samuel,
Quran?
your voice
Chapter
is
2
fine.
verse 79.
Well, go ahead. Now, folks, we're going to bring someone else up here. Where's Andy?
Chapter 2 verse 79. This place says it's been corrupt.
All right, folks.